Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XII with me, Get Daved. Let's go teleport into trouble, shall we? For the last bastion of pacing in the game. Unless they change. Seems less busy. Yeah. Were you here the whole time? I mean, for 15 gil. That's just value. That's what that is. I'd be crazy not to buy it. About as chatty as a Dark Souls character. That's fine. They raised one block. Well, that's life for you, man. They ran from the war and the war followed them. Well, she's alive. So the Kiltias tried to stop them, so they punished the refugees? Reminds me of a bad coach. Again, I feel like when you were bombarded, the intent was made clear, but... you and the Lydiash, don't let them get Vaughn! Sorry, I know it doesn't line up with the tone. Yeah, they do that. Almost certainly no. Oh, Anastasis is totally dead. And the one who's doing Nethicite. No. Do Viera not have infighting? Seems to me they're pretty, intolerant. At the very least of Fran.
Vagrant princess. Swift has your lust for revenge led you to the Sword of Kings.
Truth.
You will surrender it to me. Too late, and to their sorrow do those who misplace their trust in gods learn their fate.
There it is again.
That's kind of ironic.
Fran, I don't like the look of that.
This mist. He holds a stone. It controls him as it did Miern.
No, the power of manufactured Nethicite is the power of man.
This ends well.
Forged by his wisdom, who would challenge the gods themselves.
And how come you got an Ikuria hiding behind you?
Dynast king. Wraithwall did but pretend the title, a cur begging Nethicite scraps from his master's table. Hark! Evilise hails her true Dynast king, Vayne Solidor. He shall defy the will of the gods and see the reins of history back in the hands of man. His time is nigh!
Sure, but why'd you kill everyone?
Evilise holds no place for the name Downmasker. The stain of Wraithwall's blood shall be washed clean from history's weave.
Oh. Can you imagine the movie trailers he'd announce? Alright, we got some Yuges. Alright, hopefully we can clear out this group. Nope. Alright. The comment section very helpfully informed me that I indeed have Dispel. Yeah, there goes Protect and Shell. This is doubtless some sort of buff. There we go. You're not so tough. He gyrated. No?
He set his very bones about with manufactured nethersite.
Ooh, like Wolverine.
Grand Kiltius?
Wait, what about Larsa?
Gone. Spirited away by Judge Brandt.
You okay?
Aw, Ju Li stuck with him.
So he was here. As for our young lordling, he went along. To avoid trouble, you see, but
Sure.
Judge Bergen had other ideas. He flew into a rage, and I was left to fend for myself. Please, Princess, you must permit me to take you back with me to Rosaria.
So that you can protect me?
I would lay down my life, at a single word to be sure, but I harbor no mongering delusions of valiant grandeur. Vayne has our war pavilion jumping at shadows. They favor a preemptive strike, but
Yay!
you will convince them otherwise. You will see that they do not start this war.
This I cannot do. Forgive me, but my errand here is not yet done. I must wield the Sword of Kings, and with it bring an end to the Dusk Shard.
This stone, do you even know what it is?
I can venture a guess. The Draclaw Laboratory in Arcades. The
Art
Empire's
of the
weapons
Empire.
research begins and ends there.
This is Final Fantasy VI now.
How soon do we leave?
At once. As for matters in Rosaria, I bid you luck.
So you would leave each to fend for his own. Let us hope that you are not disappointed. That's right. Larsa left a message.
Thanks for nothing.
The differences between our two lands will fade before the shared dream of men. My leave, I take.
Boy, you fit right in, man. And so we prepare for the long walk.
How do you propose we reach Arcades?
Yes, we're going to walk.
Arcadia's borders will be well guarded for fear of Rosarian invasion. We dare not approach by air.
There it is.
And their navy will see that the coast is watched as well. No, we go afoot. We'll cross into Arcadia in the Salika Wood. We can reach the wood any number of ways, but the easiest is to head north from Nalbina.
Yep.
There is a hunter's camp just beyond the Salika Wood. The camp sits within Arcadia's borders, so Imperial patrols there should be sparse.
Getting that far should be half the fun. Let's be sure we go prepared.
Yes, the part of the game has arrived where you be the man who'd walk 1,000 miles. Oh, whoops. That's the button I meant to press. I have switched controllers, so it might be a little bit of a... There might be some of this. I'm using a PS4 controller in the 8-bit DOE adapter. Because it was cheaper than a Pro controller. And I've stated many times the PS4 controller is my favorite. But you sometimes need to use a little bit of creativity to understand the button mappings. Because, you know, the symbols just don't line up. And at this point, I think we're best off even if we just go to Dalmasca. Or, pardon me, Ravenaster. Might as well check if, you know, shops have new stuff in stock and all that. And to be honest, I don't know... I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how much longer I'll continue the Let's Play. I'm kind of split. And the most likely thing that's going to happen is we take a break and come back when we're at Arcades. Because, I'm not kidding, this is where the game lost me originally. Yeah, we just have to walk the map. That's it. And, you know, the game just loses some momentum at that point. Yeah, let me check the real map here. So I assume it's the Estersand that's going to lead me to Nalbina. I mean, Barheim Passage was at Nalbina, so... Alright, to the Estersand it is. I do like this town. I sort of dislike games that have an explicit hub world. Well, I don't dislike the games. I don't like it when they're too on the nose. I always felt like it should sort of be implicit where that is, and your game should just have locations that have a strong sense of place, like this one. So I wish they kept updating the weapons shop and that sort of stuff. Because there should be a good, like, when in doubt, try Ravenaster for all your shopping needs. Yeah, this party's still the lowest level. Oh, man. Something very unsportsmanlike about Ash roasting these guys. Oh, Wild Saurian's still very tricksy. Let's Let's see. Yeah, I think grinding that guy is a pretty good option. They have like 100 hit points. Anyway, yeah, when I played this game, there's some backstory, and I think I've mentioned some of it. Like, Xenosaga 3 had already come out, and that one I was basically playing on principle. But it was really awesome, and I took a break from it to play through all of Final Fantasy XII. And when this point came along, you know, the game just stops, right? And for me, this is always the tragedy of the game, because earlier on, we A, got locked in jail a lot, and B, we had like a lot of, like, it was tightly plotted, perhaps too tightly, you know, there was... Huh. That's gonna be coming soon. Spoilers. You know, there was just cutscene after cutscene, and we were moving from plot beat to plot beat, and I always felt like you could have taken some of that peanut butter and spread it on this piece of bread, you know? Anyway, it's nice to not be walking to the left right now. That's all I know. And I don't think I've really talked about it lots, but the game really did have a troubled production. Isumi Matsuno had lots of health problems, which... You know, that could mean health problems, or it could also mean, like, he had health problems because he was constantly stressed at work and butting heads with managers, and we don't know what the whole story is, but we know I don't think he's worked with Square Enix since then. And truth be told, he hasn't done a ton. There might be smaller projects, but the last I heard was a Kickstarter that never really got off the ground. It was supposed to be, you know, the next big tactical RPG. And I think they're still waiting for that to happen. The development on that was just a mess. And you know, you don't know how much that traces to him, or does he have, like... Was he only sort of playing a bit part in it? Because he released so many other major games before that. Like, Tactics is an all-time masterpiece. One of my top 5 games of all time. Is this the Hunter's Camp? Are you gonna have sweet stuff? There we go. A delightful bit of music. Oh. So this is your inventory, eh? I'll sell you something. You can have my extra glacial staff. Oh, trouble on the North Bank, hey? I have little memory of this part. Oh, yeah! I almost had a misunderstanding with that wolf. It's keeping the menfolk on the North Bank, eh? Oh. I'm sure the Chocobo would bury all your valuables. Maybe it's actually really smart. I would love a map. Yay! Oh, thank goodness there's no shoe puff. Now, is that just flavor text, or do you have something for me? I forget what game it was. It might have been Xeno 3 where I had to run back and forth on these. Looking for some rare drop. A village Ute. Well, I guess this is not the way we're going. Maybe I need to go more explicitly to Nalbina. Go around to Barheim. Either way, that'll be problems for next time, or it'll be problems I have completely fixed by next time and move forward several hours past. Who knows? If you're wondering, like, this will be going off of my memory, but if you're wondering what we're going to be missing out on, if, you know, cut stuff out, basically just lots of fields. There are a couple espers, including some with some sort of gimmicks to fighting them. I don't know if I'm going to do those or not, but it's by and large just walking across the whole world, and then there's one major town segment left with a minor dungeon in it, and then one really big dungeon. I think it's called the Pharaoh's Beacon, and that one I remember enjoying a lot. So that's sort of what's left in the entire game. Oh, and then, you know, your final area. But yeah, before that we gotta spend much time walking across the world. Can't take an airship.